It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And coming up next is the Jets' towering wide receiver. Big plays follow him around. He comes in second in the NFL in receiving yards.
Officially beyond the halfway point now, eyes starting to shift to the playoff picture as this Week 10 game gets underway. And this drive will start inside the 25. So here come the Texans for their opening drive. And leading them out in his 6th season in the league now is their quarterback.
He's one of the select group of quarterbacks where when field, everyone, and I mean everyone, takes notice. He's part of the game's elite at the game's most important position, and it really is a spectacle, Kate, anytime he leads an offense out, because you know he's capable of plays that other quarterbacks in this league simply cannot make.
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
He's on the move. He's going to keep it this time. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Abaniconda gets it going right. And he's only going to take this forward to about the 38. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down. New set of downs for him from the 46. To the air now on 1st and 10. That one's complete, right side. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Pass play now. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And he'll go out of bounds close to... So the Jets disagreeing with the call on the field, and yep, they're going to have them take another look at it. So what we're all looking for here, did he secure the catch and maintain it while also getting both feet down?
Yeah, this is why it's a perfect look. This is why teams scout body control and field awareness for these pass catchers. For moments like this, he did not have much margin for error, and it happens oh so fast.
All right, so that challenge is unsuccessful, but still a chance to earn a 3rd one if their next challenge leads to an overturned call.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. So the Jets take the field for their first drive. And we will get a look at their 6th-year signal caller.
While we all love to talk about the quarterback, he really wasn't at the forefront of their win last week, Kate. Kind of took a step back and let some of his teammates shine. Yeah, he made a good mark with a touchdown pass, a bad mark with an interception. Welcome to life in the NFL as a quarterback. You know he wants to make a little more noise, elevate everybody else a little better than he did a week ago.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. They'll try and throw it here. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. And they really went for it on third down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing fourth down. Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. The Texans and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And as he continues lighting up the stat sheets this season, we can see he's still chasing one man for the NFL lead in passing yardage. Completed over the middle. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. A give up the gut to Abanikanda. And there wasn't much he could do there. A small gain to the 43. And it's a nickel look from the Jets. Third down. He'll look to throw. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down. Texans going to kick this away on fourth, and it's Tommy Townsend on for the punt. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. The second drive coming up now for the Jets offense. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. From the 21. Called in left side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Here's a give up the middle. And they'll only find 1 yard up the gut. Second down. We're at the end of one. Time for the second quarter of play. It's Jets football. They have 2nd and 9 for their first play. Throwing now from the gun. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Looking to the air here. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up. Punting unit out now. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. Got 44 yards on his first kick, Brock, and this one looks to be longer. And that fair catch beyond the 25-yard line. The Texans and Israel Abanikanda ready to begin their next drive. And you know who the ball is going to when they reach the red zone. He's currently top 5 across the NFL in rushing scores this season. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. That was Sauce Gardner dropping him there. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. He's dropping back to throw. Brought in left side by Jones. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first. This set it down starts with an option right. And this one does not go far. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. He'll throw it. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback down there, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. QB super fortunate that ball wasn't picked. An incompletion, still pretty good for the defense, too.
Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Back to throw now. Looking right, and he finds him. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They're now set for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. This one's quickly to Jones. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Big catch made. The Jets disagreeing with the call. We're all watching that sideline here, seeing where those feet came down.
And no matter what they rule here, Kate, that was an outstanding effort just to make the catch.
Yeah.
Now we got to look and see, did he get both feet in with possession?
No change to the call on the field, so the challenge fails, and he barrels across for the touchdown. The Texans make it a 9-point advantage. That one right down the middle. And the Texans make it a 10-point ball game. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. Now here comes the New York offense. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet. You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
Able to hit Robinson, complete. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Christian Harris on the stop. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Back to throw. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Here's Breece Hall on the ground for the first time. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at NRG. And it's the Jets with a 2nd and 7. Throwing off the play fake here. The Texans close it in, and they will get him. And that pushes them back third down coming up. They're throwing it. Looking. They're on him again, and he goes down again. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. Punt team on the field. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And he's going to get him further up their side of the field with a nice return there, partner. Up past the 35. Terrific return here, 24 yards. And it's going to be Texans football. Putting a receiver in motion. Throwing it to start this drive. Finds his man over the middle. He's got a gain of 6 there. That was Sauce Gardner dropping him there. 2nd and 4. Able to find Jones. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. It's a pickup of 11. And it sets up a Houston first. Houston calls it second timeout. New set of downs for him from the 46. Throwing from the gun. Hits his running back. And he gets him around 6 there. Tyler Newbin with the tackle. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Still sticking with the passing game. That one's complete over the middle. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. We've reached our well, the teams are ready. The fans are ready. Let's give the people what they came here for. We'll jump past halftime and get right back to the game. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. Has this at the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And you can see he's in chase mode, trying his best to catch the league leader in receiving. Right now, sitting in 2nd place. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Christian Harris on the stop. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Pass play coming here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here's a throw. He's going deep this time. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. On now comes their punter. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. Broke through the tackle. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Big kick. $62 yards. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Back now, pressure on its way. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Abanikanda now up the middle. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
1st and 10 at the 49
Running once more with a body conduct. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're ruling him out of bounds. We've got third down.
Man, these guys are sideline mavens. They always seem to know exactly where that boundary is without looking. But he's not quite at that level yet. Lost track of where he was, and he brought it in out of bounds.
They kick the running back in motion. Caught, nice gain left side. And he's in! Touchdown, Houston! The Texans push their lead further to start the half. He's throwing for it! He lays out and gets it! Wow, that gets him the 2 points! All right, Brock, they win empty. We all expected a pass was coming, and they do indeed go to the air and connect on that strike for 2.
Yeah, once you empty that backfield, it does certainly, Kate, alert that defense to pass.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. Taking the deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Dropping back to throw. That's caught. It's Breece Hall. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down. Plowing up the middle. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That one's caught along the left sideline. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Now looking to throw. Complete over the middle. And that's good for a gain of 5. Christian Harris on the stop. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Tight end going in motion here. Here's 2nd and 5. Caught on the comeback route. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
It's a gain of 25 yards. 1st down.
From the red zone now. Escapes the pocket. He's keeping it. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing he woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep him moving forward.
And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Throwing now from the gun. And this is caught. Touchdown, New York! The Jets shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. after. And the Jets get it back to a 14-point game. On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. Starting from the 5. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The Houston offense out and ready to set up shop. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch a breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Texans are going to have a first down. Throwing now off play action. Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. And that'll bring up second down. They send a man in motion. 2nd and 10 now. Completed over the middle. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
We'll see what they come up with for third down in just a bit. We've reached the... Back to throw. Coverage holds up, and he just had to get rid of it.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. No return on that punt. And it'll be Jets football. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Okay, and the wide receiver's going to get it to begin the drive. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Slot man in motion left. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Finds him over the middle. And that will not be enough for a first down. Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. It's a pickup of 11. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Throwing now on first down. He lets one fly deep downfield. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
Well, I'll tell you what that deflection is all about is following the quarterback's eyes. DB knew where that throw was going. With that intuition, he's able to get a hand on it and send it right out of bounds.
Running back sent in motion. Back to the air here on 2nd and 10. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Complete beyond the marker. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Now motion him out of the backfield. Throwing it again here. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And it's a pick six as he runs it in for the touchdown. They're out to try and tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Texans stretch their lead to 21. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. This return starts at the 5. He's stopped on the return at the 27. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. And they didn't have much time to recover from that pick six. Need short memories here as they head back out. Caught by Myers left side. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Second down now, 7 to go. They go play action here. Finds him on the crossing route. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Setting up a throw. Brought in right side. And they're going to be down close to the 35 as he goes out. They get 13 on the pickup. And it'll give the Jets a first down. Well, it seems like the only thing that's going to be able to stop this guy or even slow him down is going to be that final whistle, Brock. This defense has been inconsistent at best.
This is one of those moments where it just feels like it's a privilege to watch. Right? When you're at a concert and you're just listening to somebody that's the best of the best, you want more. And right now up in this booth, I want to see this guy continue to put on a show.
They are throwing it again. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete.
I'll tell you what that... Their gate tells me that defense was following and reading the quarterback's eyes, knew exactly where that throw was going. And it takes a little bit of intuition, a little bit of feel. He's able to get his hands on it and knock it out of bounds.
couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Throwing from the gun. Completed to his running back. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15. Third and a lone yard coming up. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first. And that takes us to the 2-minute warning in Houston. Jets hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. All right, set now, 1st and 10. They'll throw it. Chased out to his right. He just throws this one away.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time in secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
2nd and 10, and they'll stick to the air. Has it in close. And in, touchdown, New York. A second touchdown through the air for him, Brock, and independent of the game situation, we both know he's going to be happy to leave the field with 2 of them in one game.
1 touchdown, you just might be right time, right place, but 2 touchdowns in a game is always about the preparation. The separations and the preparation. It's doing that work on the practice field and knowing before the game that when my number's called, I'm going to be there to deliver.
On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. Fielded at the 7. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he was pushing for midfield there before they finally dragged him down at the 45. Houston's offense back out now, ready to go. And they should just be able to kneel out what time remains. There's 3 timeouts defensively still available, but using them is not going to alter this outcome. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
At the 45-yard line.
Right up the gut. And he gets this one to the 49 on a solid pickup. Timeout taken by the defense. They're 2nd. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Looking for a throw here. He lobs it up, looking deep. He's got it inside the 10. He goes the distance. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans have likely locked up the win right there. That one splits the uprights. And the Texans stretch their lead to 21. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. They're out and set, 1st and 10. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. Into a crowd and intercepted. And the Texans get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. With the win in hands, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out. Offense to the line for 2nd down. The give to the fullback. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Timeout called by the Jets. That's their final one.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 7.
A final kneel down here, and that should put a bow on this one.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
And this is going to stick them deep on their own side. That's out of bounds at the 9-yard line. So it's the Texans